So I wanted to know, some people would say that Islam is a man's religion, and that 1400 years ago women were given rights because they were dependent on men. But now that time has moved on and things have changed, women aren't so dependent on men, they can work for themselves. How can you reassure me that there is equality among the sexes?
The question seems to be a short question, but it requires a very large answer, in fact.
I have many other questions.
Yes. The fact is that what liberty Islam gives to women is not time bound, nor is it space bound. That liberty is eternal, and it also is needed by women today, because that liberty is withheld from women by even the most let me say, for the greatest advocates of women's lib. They themselves do not offer them this liberty. First of all, let me remind you that women up till that time were treated as possession by all the societies of the world. They were possessions, only they became great things as idols, not in reality. In reality, the societies where these women idols grew, they themselves treated women as just slaves and as their possession, as I have already said. So the first thing which happened in the world, which was so noteworthy because it was historic or epoch-making, that was that the Quran declared women not to be a possession of men. And they were treated equal in their rights to rights against men. And men were treated equal in their rights against women. Now this is the most difficult point to understand for some Westerners, because they think that Islam treats men with greater rights than women. This is not true. Islam repeatedly speaks of equal rights of men and women in everything. Only there are some constitutional differences which cannot be done away with. Women are constitutionally made different from men. So even the most eloquent advocate of women's lib cannot devise a way in which women can make men pregnant with their babies. It's not possible. So this requires a very special teaching. To keep into view all their rights as pregnant women or the future mothers of the future generation. As such, constitutionally, they also have to maintain the house and take care of the household things and cooking, etc., etc., which is no different in Western society than all other societies of the world. So, keeping these things in view, one requires that a perfect teaching should also have regard to these constitutional differences. If it does not, it cannot be declared as a teaching of equal rights, because the rights are related to constitutions. As so often I have pointed out that if a lady, however strong she may be, is required to compete in a boxing match with a man who is the champion of boxing, what would you think would happen?
I think you should get beaten up.
Beaten to pulp, to nothingness maybe. Why, if they're equal? They're equal in rights, in the sense that their constitutional potentials must be kept in view when you make them compete with each other. So this is what you do in a Western society as well, while it is not because of any religious influence. It is the reality of life which has dawned upon you that this talk of equal rights is just rubbish unless you pay special attention to these inevitable inequalities. So Islam pays attention to these, and that is why you find different teachings regarding women and men, but only in those areas where they are constitutionally different. So in short, I think that should be the answer to your question. But I have spoken of this in detail at much greater length and with some depth in other question answer sessions which cover almost everything about this. So if you are interested in learning more, you could perhaps contact the Imam Sahib, and he would be able to provide you with audio or video cassettes as you please.